Welcome to grade 5 class. I hope you are doing well and you are keeping safe. Alright? We cannot meet in a physical space. However, uh, teaching and learning must go on, right? And I hope you are in the mind frame of readiness so that you can have fun with teaching and learning. Alright? So we won't waste no time. We want to get right into our lesson. And today's topic will be introducing sets, introduction of sets. And we want to ask the question, what is a set? Now, a set is a collection of objects, usually of the same kind. Now, these objects are called members or elements of the set. And they can be numbers, they can be letters, they can be symbols, they can be objects or anything, even games, right? So we want to go right back to the top of the definition that says a set is a collection of objects, usually of the same kind. What does that mean? A set is a collection of objects, usually of the same kind. For example, we have three hats. We have a olive green color hat. See it here. We have a black hat. We have a camouflage casual hat. All right, so these hats are of the same kind. Why? Because they are all hats, right? So a set is a collection of objects, usually of the same kind. So these hats that I've just shown you are elements or members of the set. All right, and this, I can call this set a set of casual hats. Get that? A set of casual hats. All right, so it says these objects are called members or elements of the set. They can be numbers, they can be letters, they can be symbols, they can be games, they can be objects, they can be anything. All right, so they can be numbers, letters, symbols, games, objects, or anything. All right, so how can a set be represented with numbers? How can we write a set using numbers? What about counting numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we enclose those numbers with curly brackets. Now we can have a set of counting numbers. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So here I have a chart, and I have a set of counting numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a set of counting numbers. All right, let me see if you understand what I'm talking about. So this can be a set of what? We have 2, we have 3, we have 5, we have 7. So this can be a set of what? Which number? Counting numbers? Who said counting numbers? Okay, sir. This is a set of Nevia. This is a set of Michaelia. This is a set of Alana. This is a set of 20. This is a set of Tiana, 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 Tiana. This is a set of Litany Reed. Oh, call the last name, never mind. Litany. This is a set of Shante Martin. This is a set of Tanelia. This is a set of Sienna. This is a set of Dalano. Dalano. This is a set of Tianjay. This is a set of Ronaldinho. This is a set of, I don't know who I miss. I'm trying to look at the names to see who I miss. Jordane. Jordane. This is a set of, and last but not least, Javari. Javari. This is a set of, alright. So, if you say that this is a set of prime numbers, then you are correct. It is a set of prime numbers. So you see that set can be represented, they can be numbers. You see that how set can be numbers. So I just show you a set of counting numbers and also a set of prime numbers, which is 2, because 2 is our even prime number, right? It's an even prime number. So we have 2, we have 3, we have 5, we have 7. So we will get into numbers, but we are looking at sets today, all right? So we have a set of counting numbers, and we also have a set of prime numbers, all right? So set can be represented using numbers, all right? Now, I know that you are all bright students, and I know that my students are bright, intelligent, so I'm going to put you to the test, all right? So I want you to pause this video now and tell me, how can you use set to represent, or can you use letters rather to represent a set? Pause the video, I'm waiting. All right, so how can you use letters to represent a set? What about vowels? You can use vowels. What are the letters of the vowel? What are the letters of the vowel? Students, what are the letters of the vowels? So, litany, what are the letters of the vowel? Alright, Ronaldinho, what are the letters of the vowel? Dalana da Costa, what are the letters of the vowel? Yes, Nevia. Nevia, what are the letters of the vowel? And you are so correct. You are so correct, students. The letter of the vowels are A, E, I, O, U. Come again. A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. All right? I, O, U. I, O, U. All right? So it's A, E, I, O, U. So those are the letters of the vowel. All right? So we can represent it like this. A, E, I, O, U. So we are representing set. So this is a set of vowel. All right. So A, E, I, O, U are the letters of the vowel. All right, good. So how can we use, give me another example of how can we use letters to represent a set. What about consonants? We can use consonants, all right? And we all know what are consonants, right? So we can use consonant, we can say a set of consonants. All right, we can say a set of vowel. We can say a set of counting numbers. We can say a set of prime numbers. All right. Now, uh, what about symbols? All right, we learn about religious symbols, right? So we can say a set of religious symbols. All right, set of religious symbols. All right. So we can also have games. We have card pack, we have dominoes, we have ludi, we have snake and ladder. We can see a set of games, all right? We can see a set of games because all of them are of the same kind, right? They are actually games. So we can see a set of games, all right? All right, what about objects? You tell me how can we represent a set using objects? All right, so nice, wonderful. So so we can have a set of objects, and objects are things, right? So for example, we have a science book here. We have a social studies book here, and we have a nice little reading book for you here, which is The Strange Fisherman and Other Stories. All right, so this can be a set of books, a set of books, a set of educational books. All right, so objects are things, so we can use anything. Books, so I choose to use books. So set of educational books. All right, set of educational books. And if you notice, they are of the same kind. They are of the same kind because all of them are books. All right, beautiful. So I want you to note this, and note this very carefully, that the objects in a set must not be repeated. Let me say that again. The objects in a set must not be repeated. Let me say it again. The objects in a set in mathematics must not be repeated. In mathematics, the objects in a set must not be repeated. What do you mean? All right, for example, I have the word mathematics. Let me write it down. If I say to you to write a set of vowels from the word mathematics, write a set of vowels from the word mathematics. All right? So I want you to write down the word mathematics. Write down the word mathematics. And I want you to write a set of vowels from the word mathematics. All right? So first thing you're going to do is look at the word mathematics and look for the letters of the vowel, right? So we have A in mathematics, but guess what? We have two A's. We have two A's. All right, we have two A's. And we have the letter E. We have the letter I. Do you see any more? Do you see any other letters that are vowel? That is a vowel. Alright, no, we don't see any other letter that is a vowel, right? So we have A, E, and I. But guess what? We have two A's. How do we represent that? Do we write the two A's to represent a set? For example, we have A, A, E, I. Do we represent our set like this? A, A, E, I. No, we don't represent our set like that, because the definition says the objects in a set must not be repeated. So, for example, we have mathematics. We have two letters of the vowel, two A's in there, which are letters of the vowel. So therefore, we only write it once. We only write it once. So we are not going to repeat it. So because we know that A is a letter of the vowel, we just write it one time and don't have to write it twice. All right. So the objects in a set must not be repeated. Remember, the objects in a set must not be repeated. All right, must not be repeated. And always remember that a set must be enclosed with a curly bracket. A set must be enclosed with a curly bracket. Let me see if you understand. Look at the word carbohydrate. 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 I want you to spell that word for me. Carbohydrate. So I want my students to write down this word. Carbohydrate. How many vowels you see in that word? Three. Thank you very much. So you see three vowels in that word carbohydrate, because we say three because we don't want to repeat A, right? Because A is repeated twice in the word. A is repeated twice in the word, but we want to write A one time. So we write A, O, E, and those are the vowels in carbohydrates, right? Carbohydrate, right? So we don't repeat the object in a set. It must not be repeated. So therefore we write it one time, all right? All right, good, beautiful. So I want you to now look around your environment. Just look around your environment. Look around your environment, and I want you to create at least 3 different set of objects, right? I want you to create at least three different set of objects, right? I'm going to give you an example. You can pause the video. You can just go and look around your environment and create at least three different set of objects. Just look around and create your objects, right? Create your sets, all right? For example, you can look around in your yard and you see a mango tree, you see an apple tree, you see a guava tree. Right there you have a set. That is a set of fruit tree. All right, that's a set of fruit tree. So you already have a set right there. You see 3 trees, which is mango tree, apple tree, or a guava tree. Right there you are looking at a set of fruit trees. All right, beautiful. All right, so while you are doing that, you're gonna pause the video and go right ahead and do that. Come back to the video. All right, now since you are back at the video now, all right, we are going to look at more examples of sets. So for example, I want you to tell me the set of parishes in Jamaica that begins with ST. A set of parishes in Jamaica that begins with ST. And we all know our parishes, right? We all know our parishes. Is that right? Good. So we know our map of Jamaica. We know the map of Jamaica. We know our parishes, and we know where they are located on the map, right? We are going to go into that, but that's for a different lesson and a different subject, all right? But we use prior knowledge now. Prior knowledge from grade 4, previous knowledge that we have learned from grade 4. We know that we know the parishes, right? That begins with ST. And pause the video. Pause the video. Write down all the parishes that begins with ST. All right, Litany. You tell me your parishes. You tell me the parishes that begin with ST. Beautiful. Kesia, you tell me all the parishes that begins with ST. What's that? Beautiful, beautiful. All right, Nevia. Nevia. I like that name. Nevia. You tell me all the parishes that begins with ST. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right, seems like we know the parishes. All right, Ronaldinho, you want to say something? All right, Ronaldinho, name me all the parishes that begins with ST. You're looking for it? Tell me all the parishes that begins with ST. Yes, Ronaldinho. Yes, you, Ronaldinho. Yes, you, Ronaldinho. Tell me all the parishes that begins with ST. Alright, while Ronaldinho is thinking, I want Dion J. Robinson. See, I always have to call on the boys, because I don't want the girls to be, I want ahead of the boys. I want everybody to be on one page. So, Dion J, what's the parishes begin with ST? Name me some parishes. Name me all the parishes, rather, that begins with ST. You have? 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 All right. Wonderful. 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 So Dion J has just named all the parishes that begin with ST. So now I want Richard. Richard Robinson. Name me all the parishes that begins with ST. Julian Box, go ahead. Javari Linton, go ahead. Delano da Costa, go ahead. Name me all the parishes that begins with ST. Sienna Gale, Sienna Gale, Sienna Gale. Look this way, Sienna Gale, right? Look right at me and tell me the parishes that begins with ST. If you don't know, pause the video, go and research it. Parishes that begins with ST in Jamaica. Alright? Go and research it. Ronaldinho, pause the video, go and research it. Parishes that begins with ST. Alright? Jamaica. Alright, beautiful. Tanelia Dennis. Tanelia, same for you. If you don't know, pause the video, go and research the parishes that begins with ST. So we can say when we create the set now, when we actually write down all the parishes that begins with ST, we can say this is a set of parishes that begins with ST. Alright? Set of parishes that begins with ST. I want you to research all the parishes that begins with ST, and I want you to put it in a set for me now. And then after you put it in the set, you're gonna say, this is a parish, this is a set of parishes that begins with ST. All right, good. All right, so that's your research. All right, good. So basically that's it. We have come to the end of our lesson on sets. What is a set? All right, so I hope you have learned something, and I hope you have garnered a good amount of knowledge on the subject, and the topic rather, sets. And I want you to do your own research. So and I want you also to know that the elements in a set, the elements are the objects in a set. The elements are the objects in a set. So elements, objects. Elements are objects. All right. The elements are the objects in a set. God bless you. God keep you. Have a beautiful day. Enjoy your day, and stay tuned for the next lesson.